Right. So yeah, for those who don't know, back in May we had a house fire. Before it was cool. Wow. And so just the other day we signed up to a like a legal clinic for like California housing rights and stuff, which I'd been meaning to do for some time. But it's too soon. It's all too soon. But yeah, so I got on this housing clinic and it was cool because I thought it was just going to be this big Zoom of like 50 people asking a million questions, and I'd be like, but I gotta. But they actually pair you off into these like breakout rooms, so you're one-on-one with, I think, an attorney. Technically never asked if she was officially an attorney. It was through a law office, but she may have been like a what do you call it when you're like a practicing student at a law firm, but not actually an attorney yet. It may have been that situation, but like, so she asked a bunch of questions, and then I, told her the situation, and I was like, we also have these questions prepared. So I gave her all of our questions, and then she was like, okay, I'll be right back. So she went to like talk to a supervisor or maybe someone who was more specialized in Los Angeles, because she was based in Bay Area, and then basically came back with answers that everything seems to be in our favor. Like, since the house was not demolished, like totally destroyed, because it only went down to the studs and they are fixing it up, we should have first rights to if we want to move back in. They cannot raise the rent on us. So when they told us that it would have to probably be at the market value, that was a lie. What was the other thing? I don't know. But anyway, they had sent us our initial security deposit back, and we were like, is it okay if we cash this check, or does that legally absolve us from something? And she was like, no, you cash that check, just make sure you reiterate to them that you are still interested in moving back into the house. And I was like, done and done. We've already done that. We have it in like, I believe, email and text form, but we're going to send another email before we cash the check. I told Amanda, like, straight out write something in the notes on the check that says intent to move back. Like, we're going to make this paper trail as long as possible. So if they're out there watching this, we're coming back. So God, that would be just utterly amazing if like we can actually get back in there with the same deal, and we don't have to reapply. Like, we are the existing tenants as far as all of that goes. So yeah, it was a really good call, and I think we're actually going to get the house back, which I was starting to feel like that's a pipe dream. It's not going to happen, and if it happens, it's going to be twice as expensive. But it sounds like it's just a waiting game at this point. I drove by the house a few days ago. I didn't stop to look in the windows, but from what I could see, it did not look like any work had been done since the last time we were there, which was they had torn up all the floors and the walls and the ceiling and just tore it down to the studs. So yeah, I don't know what's happening right now. I also have a sinking feeling that because of the disaster in Los Angeles, that there's going to be like a bidding war between construction crews just to do stuff in general. So it may just take even longer at this point. But beyond that part, I'm very optimistic about all the other stuff. So here's hoping.